Well, hello there, perfect drafters, and a rare thing has happened in our little home bar here, and that is we are in the last 10 days of a keg, and that is because it is Tripel Karmeliet, the 8% Belgian Abbey Ale, and one of the reasons is we did try and get this keg out during the World Cup, during one of the matches. We'd been on the Camden Hells and went on to this one, and it was just way too funky to get into after that quite kind of, I suppose, basic lager, and it wasn't being fully appreciated. So I took it back out, popped in another standard lager, and it's come back out, and I've been trying to find the right moment to review this because the kids are off at the moment. It's quite hard to get half an hour of peace to enjoy a beer in here and talk to you guys. But we're managing it right now. So, what else have we got to say about Tripel Karmeliet? It's 8%, so very much on the strong side for what you can get on the perfect draft. There's only Le Chouffe that can match it on 8%, and the Quack Amber, which is 8.4%. They did do Left Ritual 9 and Left Prestige, which is over 8%, I think, but I've not seen them in stock for a while, and they're not listed on the app, so I'm not sure if they'll come back. But yeah, Tripel Karmeliet, pretty much the strongest kind of thing you can get on there. So I wouldn't recommend taking this in pints. It's one to savour, I would think. I have had it before a couple of times, and it's been a bit hit and miss whether people like the taste or not, but it's definitely had an effect on them. A bit of a wobbly, wavy effect, to say the least. And I've had it in bottles a few times. Don't actually particularly like it in bottles. It's a bit more gassy, I would say, in a bottle, and it's kind of like opening a little bottle of champagne almost, in the style that it comes in. So I'd definitely recommend, if you do want it, to try it on the keg or get yourself to Belgium and try it in a pub. And I can kind of go along with that myself. Sometimes I try it and it is a bit sweet and thick for me. I'm going to try and give it that objective view today though for you guys. I'm not sure what mood I'm in today. It's been a long day at work, so I think this is going to go down pretty well. Mentioning the Quack back there, that's actually from the same brewery. They only do a few beers, this brewery. It's called Bostel's. It's been around longer than Belgium has, established in 1791. So hopefully over the centuries they've refined the taste, and the kind of general consensus is they've got a nice balance between that sweetness and bitterness and a full, bold taste. And we're going to be expecting pretty much everything in those flavours. Your wheats, your oats, your barleys, your bananas, even bubblegum. Let's see what I can pick up from it when I taste it in a moment. Price wise, because it is one of the stronger beers, you're looking at £45.50 a keg, which works out, according to the app, at £4.31 a pint. Going to struggle to get this on the £30 keg deal that I always try and hold out for, but a couple of months ago did actually manage to get it on 2 for £72, £36 a keg. So if you can see an offer like that, I'd definitely snap this up and some of the other beers in that offer, because they are worth it. These are the kind of pints you pay for in some pubs, £8-9 a pint easy, and save yourself a trip to Belgium. You can get it in bottles, £5.50 for one of those kind of wine sized bottles. In Tesco's, might be a bit cheaper elsewhere, but that works out, because it is in a bigger bottle, if you work it out per pint, that's about £4.60 a pint. So slightly cheaper in bottles, but like I say, if you can get it on one of those offers, 2 for £72, I got mine. That worked out about £3.41 a pint, which you can't really knock for this kind of thing at all. And you might be fortunate to get it with some glassware. I couldn't, unfortunately, so I'm just going to pour into this kind of, it does recommend a tulip shaped glass, and this is the closest thing I could find. Usually use it for wine, to be honest. I'm going to stay clear of the nucleation for now. Probably not recommended to be poured into a nucleated glass. It's probably going to have a bit of a head anyway. It'll probably kick that up a bit too much. So yeah, I'm going to pour into this and just go for more the smoothness than that kind of carbonation, but we'll see how that comes out. If you're pairing it with food, the app lists salmon, mussels, semi-hard cheeses. I don't even know what semi-hard cheeses means, to be honest. Is it soft cheese? Is it hard cheese? Somewhere in between? I don't know, but it is one of those. I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, we're thinking of doing a bit of a Belge fest in the home bar here, and it'll be getting ordered again, I would think, for that, assuming it passes the taste test today. I'm very keen to get this going. I'm very thirsty, like I say, after a bit of a long, hard day at work. So, let's get pouring before it expires. I would never let that happen, people. Do not worry. So, let's tap in and give Tripel Karmeliet a go. Cheers, everyone. Pardon you. And I'm really liking how that's looking. Probably tell my glass probably could have done with a bit more of a clean than what I've given it. There's some bubbles sticking to the side there, which is usually a bit of an indication of a glass that's not been used for a while. Just going to give it a timmy toppy too. It's a bit more carbonated than I realised, considering it's not in a nucleated glass. You can see plenty of bubs, but it's just got that nice smooth texture, beautiful colour. It's looking absolutely gorgeous, full and bold, as you'd expect from the description there of some of the flavours that are going to be in it. Sometimes what looks good can taste not so good. I'm confident in this one though, people. Let's give it a sip. Absolute shocker. Bear with me, people, while I sort this out. Absolute nightmare there, people. No doubt the fruit flies will descend now that it's had some nice Abbey ale all over the counter there. Miraculously, with it being a bit thicker, didn't actually go off the counter, just kind of formed in a quite nice puddle, so not had to clean the floor too much at least. Silver lining and all that, but probably lost at least £2 or £3 worth of quality ale there, so we're just gonna top this up and hopefully get supping without any more accidents. How embarrassing. My word, people. Have a bit more in there. Having a bit more in there for the trauma. Concentrate. In my defence, this is a bit of a precariously shaped glass. We did have two, and my wife broke the other one, and I think you understand why. Easily tipped. So I ain't risking another pint in this. Let's get it done for the sake of the video though. Before it falls on the floor, let's tip it in the mouth. Cheers everyone. Really looking forward to this one. I do want to taste it a bit more, but it's not a chugger. It's not one you can really take back quickly, I don't think. Yep, I'm getting everything from that. The wheat, the oats, the barley, a lot of the banana actually, some of the spices. It is quite an overpowering taste. I can see why we struggled with it, moving on to it from a standard lager. So I'd probably say, if you're having this, have a few more Belgian beers, have a Belgian beer night, or start on this and stay on this. You ain't gonna get through it that quick, I don't think. I can see why maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea. It is quite sweet. For me, I don't like bitter, and it's not bitter. It's definitely more sweet than it is bitter. It's advertised as having that kind of perfect balance. It's kind of perfect for me, maybe slightly too sweet for me, but I do appreciate all the different flavours. On the occasion you would have it, like I wouldn't get this keg all the time and it wouldn't be my go-to keg. I think that's why Lef is a bit better for me. It's just a bit weaker, a bit more of a session drink for me, even though it's 6%. But it's not really fair to compare it to Lef. It's probably more fair to compare it to Le Chouffe and it is very similar to Le Chouffe, I think. Probably do prefer Le Chouffe. I think that's just a personal preference. I don't think either's better or worse. I think this for me is a bit too much on the sweet, spicy side. Le Chouffe just slightly less, I think. But overall, that is a quality beer. Still got some nice bubs. It's been shaken up a bit, obviously. It's kind of the same texture as it was. It's a nice clingage on the glass. So we did crack open this keg 20 days ago now and counting. So it might be a bit less lively. That doesn't harm it, I don't think. It is a perfect treat to yourself after slurring my words already. That is the perfect treat to yourself after a long hard day at work. Oh, I didn't mention actually, got it set to 6 degrees as the app recommends. I'd be doing that personally to bring out those flavours that you want. If you have got the standard machine at 3 degrees, I think it will be fine. It's strong enough tasting to not be dulled too much at that degreeage. If you do have the Pro, whack it up. Even tempted to try it a bit warmer, to be honest, just to bring out some of those extra flavours, see if it changes it at all. Have a bit of an experiment, but at 6 degrees I think it's pitched right there. I would pay £3.41 a pint for that, as it's come out on that deal there, 2 for £72. I'd probably pay £4.31 no problem. That's the standard price. And in a bar, I'd probably pay the £8 or £9 just to sit there and know I'm going to enjoy something. It's probably cheaper in a way because this will last you twice as long as a normal pint, I would think, unless you're particularly thirsty or particularly insane. Yeah, you shouldn't be down in those. I'd even go as far to say it's almost like funky, the taste. I don't like IPAs and stuff, some of them are too funky for me. But this is a nice kind of funky in that it tastes like beer. Some IPAs just taste like all sorts of random stuff. So yes, as expected, highly recommending Tripel Karmeliet on the perfect draft. My ideal kind of pairing, if it was on that 2 for £72, is this and Le Chouffe. But next up on the review channel will probably be Quack Blonde, which is the only other keg I have in at the moment, unless I see a good enough deal to get some more standard lagers again, and we might build up to the Quack Blonde, or I might save it for the Belge Fest I keep going on about. I have actually got a Quack glass, so I can have the genuine glass with that. Get back on the road with that, and hopefully that don't go tipsy like this did. Maybe the glass was just literally drunk as soon as it got Tripel Karmeliet in. I couldn't blame it, because I'm slurring my words already. Middle of the day drinking after a busy morning at work made for a tipsy, quite baldy here. If you do order a keg of this, let me know what you thought in the comments. And if you haven't already, if you can like and subscribe to keep this content going. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Oh, but I should mention, I'm gonna watch this while I pick it up. I should mention, like, I do moan about it enough in some of my other videos when they do change the brewery to a UK one and it affects the taste and all that blah blah blah. But yeah, credit where it's due when they haven't. Hopefully they keep importing this kind of thing. It's the proper Belgian keg from Belgium, as is the Quack, I do believe. They do have some kegs like that and you do pay probably a bit of a premium for it, but that is the kind of reason I think a lot of us are buying the machine. So credit's where it's due. I think once they start taking this kind of thing off the machine, we're doomed really. It's regularly out of stock, like a lot of the kegs in the similar kind of price bracket. They're probably kicking themselves selling them at 2 for £72 now, but I'm glad they did. But yeah, just wanted to big up that part of it as well. I've whinged about it enough in my other videos. I'm changing the ABVage, including my favourite left. Just a quick end note there. Cheers, perfect draft. You're not all bad. Cheers, everyone.